Welcome to today's video tutorial on Django's beautiful ballad, Tears. This one is, just right up there with Nuage to me, which I hope you checked out my YouTube video for how to play Nuage. It's one of my first ones, and it kind of got me going on making these video tutorials, thanks to your response. Also, I want to mention that I do have a Patreon page that has all of my teaching materials out there. It starts at $5 a month, and it goes up to $20. Which I put up personal videos, tutorials, and more exercises, and all my etudes, etc. So check it out. Tears is such a gorgeous song in the key of C minor. I'm kind of doing it fingerstyle. I think it's one of the very few songs that Django did fingerstyle as a ballad. So let's talk about the construction of it. The intro in the A section is a C minor. We have a C minor triad, E flat 6, D minor 7 flat 5. And I'm doing this interesting thing here where I'm playing a D minor open string and then F minor triad. Okay, and then with this little melodic. And then G7 flat 9, I'm wrapping my thumb around to get that flat 9 on top. And then I could take that A flat to G there. So the intro sounds like this. Or that's actually the A section. I say intro, but sometimes I like to do that a few times before I kick into the actual tune itself. Sometimes I play that G7 flat 9 over here though too. You might have saw me just do that. And there I did a little triplet. So mess around with it and see what works best for you. That's of course that diminished flavor. You want to do that twice, then you go into this next section. So it's really just a C7 chord with a flat 9 in the bass, which is diminished, to the F minor 7 with a 5th in the bass, which is now kind of creating this chromatic bass line Django was obsessed with. B diminished 7. You want to catch that little melodic movement on the second string, to the E flat 6. By the way, B diminished 7 is a sub for B flat 7. It's just, again, that flat 9 in the bass. He did this quite a bit, the flat 9 in the bass. And then now we're on A minor 7 flat 5. I'm using that open A string because we can. To the D minor 7 flat 5 with the A flat in the bass. And then A flat 9 to G9. B minor 6 to C minor 6. That was all just chromatic side slipping. That's a G7 is the real 5 chord, but the ninth shape, and then C minor is our resolution, but that's the idea. And this little fill, I think Django just did that on one of his recordings. It's kind of just, you know, he loved these fourth voicings, which almost kind of makes it more of a major key sound. So that's your A section. It just repeats that whole movement. But let's talk about the B section now. So that modulates to the key of C major, which is the parallel key. So on that second time there, I put a G13 chord to kind of make it more major. So this is a C triad. This is a really neat half-step side slipping. Everything he did was all these half-step movements. You know, appel indirect, which I have a video for. And then C major 7, chromatic to this G9. More little chromatic movement there. Do that again. By the way, this is all on my PDF tabbed out for you, which is available through the Patreon page, or you could send me $5 and I'll send it to you. And then we have this movement here for the C7 chord. I love that. That's the diminished triad, and then the major triad, and then the minor triad. It's almost diatonic planing on a C7 chord. B flat would be here, but we have the diminished instead. Gives it a little darker flavor. And then F6, inversion, F6 9, and then the 2 chord dominant D9, and that's just combining D9 to D13, and then D flat 9, same idea, to D flat 13, and that's tritone substitution for the G7 chord. So it's basically just a 2-5 with dominance. And then he does it again. And again, this is not a note for note arrangement, but it's kind of close, I think, to what he's doing on one of these recordings. I'm not a purist. And then this time I'm going to the A flat 13. I don't think Django does that, but I like that. It's fuller. G7 sharp 5, and then C minor. I like that minor cadence there, and then G7 sharp 5 as a turnaround chord into the last A section. And in this case, I'm not going to do a solo, I'm just going straight to the coda. And that's tritone substitution, that D flat for the G, right? So it's super dark, which is cool. And then D flat 13, E flat 6, D flat 7, 13, repeat, last time. And then this walk up cliche at your own leisure. And then C6 9. I added a major 7 just as a little ending flavor. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this short video tutorial on how to play Tears. Again, it's my own arrangement that's based off of Django Reinhardt's version. So let me know what you think. Please join my Patreon or check it out. You might find some material that's really helpful to you. And have a great day. Happy birthday, Django Reinhardt. Cheers. But Tears is just a gorgeous song. Kind of melancholy in the A section and kind of brighter and more hopeful in the B section. If you've heard George Harrison, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, I kind of feel like that's a nice parallel to Django's Tears, where the A section is in a minor key, and then the B section modulates to the parallel major key. I kind of had this fancy notion that George Harrison loved that song by Django, and maybe, I don't know the story, but it's my own little story here, and kind of, took that format of the form and the modulation scheme. Anyways, it's a gorgeous piece.